היום הכלכלה בשפל. התושבים סובלים ממחסור במזון, רבות מהחנויות סגורות, אין להן מה למכור. תורים משתרכים ליד הפתחים בתקווה לרכוש מוצרי מזון חיוניים. המחסור ניכר גם בתרופות, אלפי תושבים חוצים את הגבול לקולומביה, לבתי החולים שם. בוונצואלה מרימים קול זעקה.
Soy pensionado, no puedo hacer uso de mi dinero. Tengo cuenta en el banco y no puedo hacer uso de mi dinero hasta después del 5 o 6 de enero, según lo que dijo el presidente. Y eso no está bien porque yo tengo una familia y tenemos que mantenerla.
צוות הטלוויזיה של צרפת 24 מתעד את ונצואלה השוקעת.
Venezuela's capital, Caracas. We've come to a street market in a poor part of town, filming with a hidden camera. Everyone around us is part of a new black market. They're reselling basic household goods, a practice banned by the government to stave off inflation. All of these products are nearly impossible to find on shop shelves.
Are you selling this toothpaste?
You want to buy it?
Yes.
We're searching for something very rare, sugar. How much for this pack of sugar?
2,700 bolivars.
This is the only bag we found in the whole market. Do you have any other packs?
No, it's the only one I have.
To buy this small bag, we hand over a stack of high-value banknotes. More than 10% of the minimum monthly wage. A few years ago, Venezuela was exporting sugar. Now, even the soda companies here can't find any. All the soft drinks bear the same strapline. No calories.
All the soft drink producers have redesigned their packaging to show that this isn't the original product.
What is it that brought a former powerhouse of Latin America to the verge of starvation? To find out, we drive 6 hours to Venezuela's Lara state, which used to be the main sugar-producing area of the country.
All this is cane that was never harvested. It's dry, there's no juice, there's nothing.
Reynaldo worked for the Pio Tamayo Sugar Company for 17 years. He was fired 2 years ago after denouncing corruption by civil servants in the company's administration.
This all used to be full of sugar cane. And a few years ago, they stopped producing cane. And the same thing happened in all the ranches here.
Reynaldo started working for the company when it was still private. Then, under Chavez, it was nationalized. Now the plant is only used to refine imported sugar.
There were 324 of us workers when it was a private company. When it was nationalized, there were around 800 workers. Too many workers, and that's what bankrupted the company. This is today's lunch, a soup that we have prepared, but without arepa patties, because sadly the flour to make arepas costs too much. At the government price it costs around 200 bolivars, but we now have to pay around 2,000 when we can find it.
Reynaldo's family was fiercely pro-Chavez, but after denouncing abuses by local state officials, Reynaldo was fired from the local council. Now he doesn't have access to the subsidized food supplies. In Venezuela, you always pay a high price for criticizing the government.
It's one thing to be for Chavez, but it's another thing to support Maduro. I mean, who supports Maduro?
Hundreds of people have been waiting all night in front of this state supermarket. The elderly, disabled people, new mothers. Tensions are running high.
And what did the opposition do? Nothing. At least my president does something.
One issue keeps coming up, the recall referendum that could see President Maduro kicked out of power.
We want a referendum.
Are you in favor of a referendum?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Is it difficult to talk here?
I don't want a referendum. I want my president. I want him to stay put. He isn't going anywhere. No one wants a referendum.
Everyone wants a referendum, everybody, because there's no food, there's no medicine. Look at the lines here since 1 in the morning. But there's nothing to buy. I'm not afraid to say it.
Behind the gates, residents of this building want to keep the crowds out and scarce goods for themselves. Selmira will have to wait a few more hours, and even then there's no guarantee she'll be heading home with any food. She and her neighbours have set up an informal exchange, pooling what they managed to find on their shopping trips.
I just swapped something for this oil, which I haven't seen for a long time. It's disappeared from markets, and it's the best oil here, and this is a big deal for me. I haven't been able to cook with oil for ages.
Selmira and her friends are middle-class women experiencing a strange form of poverty. They own their own apartments, they're well-dressed and wear jewellery, but they're undernourished.
When you find milk, it costs 8,000 to 9,000 bolivars. Our pension is 22,000 a month. How do you ever buy milk?
The little we earn goes towards buying food. We never have ice cream or chocolate. We never go to the cinema. Never.
Hunger is Venezuela's biggest emergency, but whilst people forage for food, the country is falling apart. In solidly Chavista areas, pro-government newspapers that hail the success of the Bolivarian revolution are handed out for free, even as the country teeters on the brink. People who can leave Venezuela are getting out in droves. The government doesn't release emigration data, but in this Brazilian cultural institute, they have an idea of the scale.
Some say 1.2 million, others say 1.6 million Venezuelans have left the country, and most of them are young people with degrees. We're losing all of these talented youngsters who would have educated the next generation.
Rooms here in which young Portuguese teachers once lived are now empty. Last year, 4 teachers from this school flew home, and 6 have left so far this year. Ivan will be next.
You're going back to Brazil, aren't you?
Yes.
It's a natural decision after giving years of service here teaching.
A brilliant student, Ivan had planned to settle here.
When I arrived from Brazil 4 years ago, things were bad, but nothing like they are today. Back then, you could imagine a future. Now we're living just for today and tomorrow. 80% of the students who studied with me at university have left.
Hunger is the biggest concern in Venezuela right now. But other serious problems are emerging, such as crime, jobs, and education. Uncertainty awaits as the sun sets on the failed promises of Chavismo.
עוד לפני שהנשיא הנבחר טראמפ מתגבר